Hi, this is Erma Grego from Senior Perspective, and today my guest is Laurel Wright from the Senior Tours, and she's going to be telling us some very interesting things of how to travel and where to go and all these neat things. And I got my bag, and I have my thing to keep my head from falling sideways and that. And I also have my camera with me, so this way I'm ready to go. So I would like to introduce Laurel, and if she will tell us a little bit, tell us something about Senior Tours.
Great. Hi, Irma. You are all set, aren't you?
Yep.
All ready to go. And what you don't have in the bag, I have ready for you on the coach.
Okay.
I have your water, I have your snacks, I have your goodies, I have everything that you need. And we're all set.
Good. Your goodies are always good.
Thanks.
Okay, now let's get down to the nitty-gritty about these trips.
Okay.
Where do you pick people up?
Well, it depends what area of the city that you live in. Senior Tours has local pickups all over the Pittsburgh area. We pick people up in all kinds of different places, from Monroeville to the northern suburbs and in the South Hills. Our local pickup for a group of seniors from Peters Township would be right here in Peters Township. But we also have a pickup at the Meadowlands, for instance, at Green Tree at the Holiday Inn. We have a number of them.
Well, in order to have a pickup at a certain place, you have to have a certain number of people to be there to pick them up, or?
Yes, usually.
Well, it makes it.
Usually
makes
10
sense.
people.
Yeah.
10 people.
Okay, now, what types of tours do you have?
Well, we have all kinds of tours, Irma, and you've been on many of them
Yes.
with us. We do all sorts of tours. Besides day tours, we do casino trips, we do overnight tours, we do week-long tours, we do several week-long tours. We travel all over the country, and that's just our motor coach tours.
Okay, so you just answered what types of tours and that. So do you have to be a senior to do your tours?
No, our name is Senior Tours, but if you wanted to bring your grandchildren, you'd be welcome to do that.
Well, I know one time we went to Toronto, and I did bring my grandchildren, and they really enjoyed it. Well, my grandson was only maybe, 8 or 9 then?
Right.
And he thought he was the big time. I mean, he was helping people up and down off the coach and everything, so it was very, very nice in that. And,
I brought my son along as well. So.
What is all included in the price of your tours?
Well, we always serve snacks and beverages. Typically, on a typical tour, you would get picked up sometime in the morning, and we would always serve you juices. We'll usually have a variety of juices, sweet rolls or donuts. We can't serve coffee because we're afraid to, burn.
I don't know how
if
you
somebody
carry
spills
those up and down the aisles that bus is going anyway. So.
I have great sea legs. But we do serve snacks and beverages for you, so we always have water, we always have all of those kinds of things. All of that is included in the price of your tour. Typically, every venue that we would go to, if we would go someplace for lunch, that's included. Your ticket price is included in the price of the tour. The tour itself is all covered, and usually tips, any tipping is usually also covered in the price of the tour, as well as the cost of the motor coach.
That's great. How can someone who is interested in traveling but does not have a group or a partner to travel get more information on your tours?
Well, if you just call us at 800-891-4414, we can send you out a brochure that shows you what all of our tours are. And it's a great way to meet new people. So if you're a senior and you're traveling alone, you don't have a partner to go with, you just let us know that, oh, we're traveling alone. And then we take care of you. We make sure that you're not left behind or left out, and we include you in the group with our games and the other activities that we do on the bus. As we travel, you get to know other people that you're traveling with, and a lot of people have made great friends taking these motor coach tours.
Yeah, I know I have.
That's right.
And
I met you, Irma.
Right.
That's right.
Do you have to? Oh, you answered that about being a senior to travel with Senior Tours. Are there other incentives for groups to travel with you?
Well, there are. We have a lot of different kinds of groups that go with us, and typically, if you wanted to organize a group to go, sometimes groups use it as a fundraiser. They
really?
will, yes, they'll do that. They will decide they want to go on a certain tour, and they'll decide that they want to set the price, and it may be over a little bit over what we would have to charge, and they will advertise that trip as a fundraiser, and then use part of those monies for their organization. So sometimes that happens with groups.
Good. Okay, now is there something more that you can expand on? Something about some tours that you have coming or something like that, or do you want to wait?
Oh, well, I love to travel, Irma, and there is nothing more happy for me than to be on the road. I was out yesterday on a tour with some people from Peters Township, and we went to Station Dinner Theater. We had a great time. At Station Dinner Theater, the actors also serve you your meal, and they participate with you. And yesterday was Finnegan's Farewell. We were having an old Irish wake yesterday, complete with green beer, and and everyone had just a fabulous time yesterday at Finnegan's Wake with all of the actors and actresses. It was just a really happy event. We have trips coming up to the new casino as well, at Presque Isle Casino, and a lot of people are interested in going there. It's in Erie, and our next trip to Presque Isle Casino is April 16th, so if anyone's interested in going to the casino.
Are there any later on? Will you be
Yes,
having a lot?
yes, there's one every month. There's one on May 14th and April 16th, and then there's one every month after that. So if anyone's interested in going to check out the new casino.
Well, I've done most of your show trips and that, and I haven't done any of the casino trips as of yet.
Yes,
and that,
yes.
So, but
one of the tours I think is going to be a real highlight for this year for seniors and for everyone, and a great trip to take your grandchildren on as well would be to Lancaster to see
in the beginning.
In the beginning, you're right.
I'm going on that one.
Are you going on that
Yeah.
one, Irma? A number of people are going on that one, April 19th and 20th. We do have a tour to Lancaster as well every month this year because In the Beginning is such a popular play. They do plays in Lancaster like nowhere else. They are fabulous. You've seen them.
That theater is, oh my God, it's beautiful.
It's amazing. And the staging is incredible. And the live animals that come right down the aisle. It's just really an experience. And I know that my children have enjoyed going there. And I think it's a wonderful thing to take your grandchildren to if you were looking for that. And they can come right along on the bus. For about $200 a person and maybe less for a child, you can have a great experience, a great overnight experience in Lancaster. So
I know, it's just like being there.
I know.
I mean,
now, we
but,
have limited space available on that trip, April 19th and 20th. We have a few more tickets, but the theater is sold out.
Oh, the theater is sold out?
The theater is sold out, so yeah. So we weren't able to get more than one bus worth of tickets, but...
Well, what do you do with the people then that, if you have people going?
Well,
You
we
just
have enough tickets for everyone who's going,
Oh,
and we
okay.
have a few tickets left. So if anybody still wants to go, there's a little bit of room, but you need to call us and get a spot reserved.
Okay, let's see now. Where were we? Are there incentives for the groups? We mentioned that. And what kinds of organizations choose senior tours?
Well, we have ARP groups, we have senior centers, we have churches, we have Red Hat groups, we have all kinds of different organizations, all kinds of different kinds of clubs and organizations travel with senior tours. They just call us and say, we'd like to do something fun. We send them out a flyer, and maybe they'll find a trip that they would like to do, but it's not on a date that's good for them. And then in that case, we will pick a date that is convenient for that group, and we will arrange the tour for that group.
If that happens, and you don't get enough people,
Right.
then you have to cancel the trip or
Well,
something? Or what do you do?
We try to have, if you think that your group is only going to have a minimum number, we can base the price on that number to begin with so that your trip can go. Or we can advertise that trip if you're open to having other people go other than your group. We can advertise it in our advertising to pick up other groups or other people that might like to travel.
It's not that you get a smaller bus or anything like that.
We can get a smaller bus. Sometimes seniors really like having that bathroom on the back of the bus,
Yeah.
so it's just that.
Well, the smaller buses don't have.
And the smaller buses don't have the bathroom. If it's just a short trip, sometimes they don't mind going without a bathroom, but we like to provide a really nice coach.
Well, the ones you've had so far, they've been great. I mean, there's plenty of leg room, and the seats were very comfortable, and your snacks were great, too.
Oh, thanks, Erma.
So, let me see. So you can book a trip, too, for, well, maybe we should talk about this a little later. Is there something you want to add to what you've already said?
Well, I do think that, especially for seniors, to travel by motor coach is a great advantage because you're with another group of seniors. There's someone who comes along, an escort who comes along to make sure that the trip runs smoothly so you can travel worry-free. You don't have to worry about the traffic. You don't have to worry about where you're going or when you have to be there. In fact, when I go along, I tell everyone, I'm your worry godmother today. You don't have to worry at all. I'll do all the worrying for you to ensure that you have a great time.
Well, I know one of the trips I took, when I got home, my son said, well, what route did you take? Where did you go? Where did you turn off? I said, I don't know. I was just sitting there and they were doing the driving.
That's right. That's right.
Uh-huh.
So you don't have to worry about the snow or the rain or anything.
Right. We will take a few minutes out for a commercial. So this is Erma Grego, and we'll have a few minutes for a commercial.
How far would you go to help someone? Would you go to the end of your driveway? Would you cross a street? Would you cross an ocean? Would you go if you could use your knowledge to teach someone? And in the process, maybe learn something yourself. Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps.
Is how you're feeling inside keeping you from going outside? If chronic diarrhea, severe abdominal pain, or rectal bleeding are tying you to the bathroom, maybe it's serious, like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. See a gastroenterologist. Early diagnosis can make treatment easier. Get on with your life. Get help. Get better. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America. Dignity, hope, and one day, a cure. Contact us for a free information kit.
Sure, my neighbors Jean and Louise, they may be superheroes with superpowers, but that doesn't make them so super at saving energy and money. I mean, I like them and all, but when Jean uses that power vision to cook dinner?
Honey?
Or when Louise or Starbright tries to save a little on the lighting bill?
Mom, a little light?
I may not be able to harness the power of the elements, but I save significant cash and help the environment with appliances, electronics, and windows featuring the Energy Star label. And I improved my home energy efficiency with insulation. My thermostat? Watch this. I'm just kidding. It's programmable. I don't have to lift a finger to save on AC and heating.
Mom, Dad's making fondue again.
So discover your own energy-saving superpowers. Go to ase.org/consumers.
Okay, here we are back again, and we're going to continue with our interview here with the representative, Laurel Wright from Senior Tours, and she's going to tell us some more interesting things. Now, you said Senior Tours is a full-service travel agency. What does that mean?
Well, it means that we do other travel other than motor coach tours. And this is something that's kind of new for us just in the past few years. We do corporate travel. If you had a golf group that wanted to go because the weather is kind of lousy around here and you wanted to get away and golf, we do golf trips, we do airline reservations, we do cruises. Cruises are a fabulous way to vacation. We have a cruise coming up, in fact, a Bahama cruise, August 20th, that is 5 nights for just $400 for an outside cabin. So
For an outside
for
cabin?
an outside cabin.
That's
$400 for 5 nights includes all of your transfers. It includes everything. It includes all of your meals. You're going to go to Key West and you're going to go to the Bahamas.
It doesn't include your airfare to Key West, though.
Well, you don't need airfare. You're on a cruise ship.
Well, where do you get on the cruise
You
ship?
board the cruise ship in Jacksonville. And it doesn't include your transportation to Jacksonville. Many of the people who are going to go by car to Jacksonville. But if it be something that a group of people would be interested in doing, we would be able to book them. And we could even arrange for transportation to Jacksonville by motor coach if there was a large group of people that wanted to go. So, yeah, we
Well, I
do all
know,
kinds of travel. If you have a need for corporate travel, we can do that.
Because when I went to the Caribbean, they bused us to New York. And that's where we got on the ship there.
A lot of ships leave from Baltimore, Newport News, and this particular one leaves from Jacksonville.
Oh, okay, $400.
A lot of people think cruising is really expensive, but Senior Tours has great buys on cruises. So even if one person was considering going on a cruise, because we're a full-service agency, we can book that cruise for you.
Well, what's nice, you don't have to worry about going from one hotel to another when you're going.
That's right.
Everything's right there.
That's right. I have a friend right now who's on a world cruise. And
Oh,
she is literally
wow.
traveling the world on a cruise ship and sending home her journals by email. So cruising is a wonderful way to have a safe, secure place to dock from and yet see the sights.
Yeah. Boy, I'll say.
Want to go on a world cruise with me, Irma?
Sure, let's go.
Let's
When?
go.
Let's see, now you did tell us you can book for a trip for 1 or 2 or whatever.
Or 200.
Or 200.
Or 200.
200. Woo, that many. Okay, do you have other types of, well, you did say something about your corporate travel.
Yes.
Do you want to expand on that a little bit?
Well, if anyone has a need for an agent to do their corporate travel, we're ready and available to do that. And we do some corporate travel already and would be happy to accommodate them. So.
Well, you have a new office now.
We do. We have moved our offices into a building in Houston, PA, right on East Pike Street. So right across the street from the schoolhouse. So we're nice and convenient.
But the buses leave from wherever you're
From
going
the
to go.
standard pickups, yes.
Right.
The buses do not leave from our offices,
Right.
but there wouldn't be enough parking there.
Right.
But we have picked up a lot of travelers from Washington County since we've done that, because there have been a number of motor coach touring companies in the area who have closed recently. So we're poised and ready to take everybody on trips.
Do you use just one bus company, or do you use other, whatever is convenient?
Well, I do get competitive bids for my motor coaches, but I do have a standard that I like to keep to. I like the really nice buses. I like the really nice luxury coaches, and I like the best drivers. So primarily I use Anderson motor coaches, which are big black motor coaches with orange and yellow stripes and red. And then I also use, from time to time, I will use Myers motor coaches or McCarter. But I primarily use Anderson motor coaches, and they are fully equipped with bathrooms and reclining comfortable seats and video equipment. And we always show movies on the motor coach, play music, and all sorts of fun games just to make the
Bingo.
road trip part. Bingo.
I'm not a bingo player, but then I did win. I think you gave, what do they
Was it
call
a lottery
A
ticket?
lottery ticket.
Yeah.
For $10.
You won $10 on your
Yeah.
bingo prize.
Yeah.
Well, good deal.
So, okay, where are we here? Okay, you want to tell us something that we need to know for this year?
Well, I think that you should consider taking a trip to Canada this year, because this year you still don't need a passport. Eventually, you're going to need a passport to get into Canada, but through 2007, you're going to be okay going to Canada without a passport. So if you've been wanting to go up to Niagara Falls, to Niagara-on-the-Lake, to Casino Windsor, or to do a trip in Canada, do it now before you need a passport.
Oh. Yeah, I heard that was coming up.
It's coming soon, but not for this year. For this year, you're good. If you're planning on traveling to Canada, you're still good. You need a birth certificate. You need to bring along a birth certificate or a copy of that and your driver's license. But you're good to go if you have that.
Going in and coming out? Or
It's good to have it going in and coming out. Yeah, so that's kind of important information for you to know. And they've tightened security because of 9/11, but
Right.
it makes us all feel a little safer.
Right. Do you get many people to go on trips?
We do. Sometimes trips will be so full, we'll need to add a second coach, and we do that pretty frequently. A lot of our trips are quite full.
You know, I imagine that one to Lancaster, like you said.
It is. Another one that's very popular is for this year is for White Christmas at the Carousel Dinner Theater. It is already sold out, and we do have several dates available for that trip, and I think that's one of the ones you're going to do, isn't it, Erma?
Yeah, we're doing that one in November, I believe.
Yes, yes.
And I can't believe, the reserve in November.
It is incredible, but frequently when you're doing a trip where a show is involved, the purchase of the tickets has to happen way in advance. In Canada, at the Shaw Festival Theatre, their seats for the summer are practically sold out on most of their plays already. So it's just important when you're going to see a play to think in advance and book ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to get into this or not, but what if you make your reservations and something happens that you can't go?
Oh, well, we do have an option for you to take travel protection, travel insurance. And how that works is when we get closer to the trip, we send you a brochure about the travel insurance and about what your cost would be for that travel insurance. When you take out that travel insurance, it's an additional fee to your tour, but it covers 150% of the cost of your tour. It covers your baggage. It covers all kinds of medical expenses. It's real insurance. So it covers even a little bit more than just the protection for covering the cost of your tour.
Well, I think you should take that in consideration when you have to schedule so far in advance. I mean,
Yes.
especially for seniors.
Well, a day trip, insurance for a day trip is $10.
$10.
So purchasing insurance for $10 ensures that if you have to cancel, your trip could be paid for. But for a longer trip than that, you'll want to take care and take the CSA travel protection. That was a good question.
I didn't mean to throw that into you.
No, that was a good question.
So, I'm glad you're up on all this.
Seniors are always thinking about things like that. That's right.
Okay, now let's get something about some of your things. Now, what was your favorite trip?
Oh,
So far.
I think probably my favorite trip so far, I went to Mackinac Island. And I don't know if you've ever gone to Mackinac Island.
don't know if I
It's
have,
just
no.
off the coast of Michigan.
No, I did not go there.
It is just beautiful. It is just beautiful. There are no cars allowed on the island, so you have to travel around by horse and buggy, in
Oh.
horse-drawn.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Or bicycle. It is just.
Well, I don't know. I'll
There
take
was
the
a
horse and
famous
buggy.
movie filmed there someplace in time, and it was just the most wonderful, wonderful trip. But there are so many. Every time I go on another trip, I think, oh, this is my favorite trip I've ever gone on. So it's my favorite job ever.
Yeah, you sound like you really like what you're doing.
I do. I'm kind of sad when I'm not on the road.
Yeah. Well, I know you were our escort for, I forget which one it was now. It was a carousel.
Yes.
And everybody enjoyed the way, you bantered back and forth with the people and everything, You I don't know, you feel like you're part of the family when you're on that bus.
Well, you take the
that's
whole group of people that are on the motor coach that don't really know one another, and you help them to feel connected. And you do that through just a variety of means, and that's the part I enjoy the most. I enjoy going and getting to meet new people and getting to know them and getting to see them again. That's really the part that I enjoy the most. Yesterday, we had St. Patrick's Day festivities on the bus. We had Irish jokes and limericks, and we had Irish word search puzzles, and we had trivia, and I was giving away scratch-off lottery tickets as prizes. Sometimes we do gift exchanges on the bus. I've played hot potato. I've had birthday parties on the bus. I have had, complete with pin the tail on the donkey, believe it or not.
On the bus?
On the bus.
Okay,
I'd
like to see.
I have had an occasion to celebrate an anniversary on the bus, and we found out it was this couple's anniversary. And I said to my driver, "Find me a Walmart And he found me a Walmart, and I went in and bought yards of tulle lace and a bunch of flowers and cookies. And we had the bride and the groom come forward. We had the driver had been a minister, so he did a little renewal of vows. We had a celebration complete with romantic piano music and a reception with cookies.
Well, I missed that
First
one.
time that couple was ever married on the bus, but we had a fabulous time.
Oh, it
so
sounds wonderful.
we just like to take the group that's there and bring out the best and bring out the good times for them.
There's always
So,
someone there that has something.
That's right.
in that, so.
That's right.
Mhm.
So
So
that's the part
great.
that I enjoy the most.
Well, you have a good time. That's
We
what
do.
you're out for.
We do.
So, and what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to lots of travel this year. I really am looking forward to lots of travel. I haven't gotten to see in the beginning yet. I'm looking forward to that. We have a trip coming up to the King Tut exhibit in Philadelphia.
Oh, I heard about that.
A lot of people haven't seen that yet and would like to see it. We'll be staying in Atlantic City, so you get a little bit of Atlantic City and get to go to Philadelphia and see the King Tut exhibit. I'm looking forward to that. So,
Yeah, well, I have a couple of trips coming up. Was the Hawaiian, something Hawaiian on May 2nd, and then there's one called Bundles.
you're
On
going to the
June
Hawaiian
20th.
show, that's right, and Bundles, which is what we call a brown bag trip. We give everybody a brown bag, and every place that you stop, they put something in your brown bag.
Oh.
So you're going to the Boyer Candy Factory, the mallow to get
I
mallow
believe so,
cups,
yeah.
and you're going to get a Slinky on that trip because
A
that's where
Slinky.
they make Slinkies. All of these places where you'll be visiting are in Altoona, and everywhere you stop, they'll put something in your brown bag. It is a bundle of fun on that trip.
It sounds like it. So, okay, are we all ready to go on a trip?
Let's go, Irma. Where do you want to go next?
Anywhere.
All right.
Okay. Well, this was a wonderful, wonderful talk with you, and you've got me all geared up to go. And this is Erma Grego from Senior Perspective. Thank you so much for being on my program.
Thank you, Irma. Let's get going.
Okay.